Let's do this. In an age of unprecedented air travel, sky pirates soar through the heavens on their airship in search of new frontiers and undiscovered treasures. When tales of a ghost ship haunting the clouds spread, the warrior of light answers the call and boards the baleful vessel forged by ancient and forbidden magics. Wait a second. What the fuck? Yes, I wanna go to the... That is... Oppressor testicle? What the heck, man? Dude, I was just drinking my first cappuccino with cinnamon. Oh! I never knew that real cinnamon tasted that good. I only knew the fucking cheap cinnamon. The one that actually destroys your liver. So I actually got myself like the real cinnamon. Dude, the real cinnamon is insane. So good. Nah, not the sticks. But there's like the cheap cinnamon that's coming from China. Which is apparently really bad for your liver because like it destroys your liver. And then you have like the cinnamon is coming from Sri Lanka or something. And that's the real one. That's the real good shit. But it's fucking expensive. I bought like 250 grams on Amazon, cost 10 euro. I'm delayed with the model? I don't think I should. Sky pirates. Ah, you have the look of a lass who's seen her fair share of trouble. Mayhap you would willing to help me with mine. I need a capable sword to head into the sea of clouds and track down my missing airship. I had to mortgage my soul to get that vessel built, so winning the contract to ferry supplies out to Cloudtop was a real weight of my mind. But it seems my luck ended there. My ship was due back in Ishgard bells ago, and I've been praying for a glimpse for her sails ever since. I can't help fearing the worst. What if she is run afoul of sky pirates? My creditors will have their ponds of flesh. You think me foolish to fear piracy so far above the waves? Well, let me tell you that no honest merchant is safe now that airship production has, if you will excuse the pun, taken off. Any scoundrel with a sack of coin and a vague sense of direction can terrorize the skies. Oh yes, this new breed of buccaneers like to paint themselves as dashing explorers braving the unknown, but the truth of their nature is right there in the name, sky pirates. Given half a chance, they'll strip your ship of every last scrap of cargo and cry "Yar har" as they launch you screaming over the rails. I've heard the stories. Please, you must make haste to Camp Cloudtop, that's where the shipment was bound, and inquire as to the fate of my poor ship. Oh, and my poor helmsman. Ask Rontramont. You'll know if any man does. Rontramont? I think my model shouldn't lag. I think it was just me hiding behind the cam. That's probably what caused it. I'll be hiding behind the microphone so the cam can't pick me up. I think that was the problem. A stream froze for a sec? Not on me, I have 0 drop frames. If something is probably Twitch. If something is going on, it's probably Twitch. Fine for me, fine for me. Oh, it's, it's on your end. But it's not on mine. Everything seems to look fine on my end. A supply airship has gone missing, you say? Well, that would certainly explain why our provisions are so late on arriving. I did in fact spy a vessel charting an erratic course northward a short while ago, but as it seemed disinclined to make Portian. I paid little mind. Not the most compelling piece of evidence, I grant you, but I have witnessed naught else of interest. I suggest you investigate the landmass to the north. Rest assured, I will send word if I spy any other sign of our errant supply ship. I'm really curious how the queue times are for the Alliance raids. Aid, aid, I say, these villains mean to plunder my cargo. What have you got here then? Think you're some sort of hero, do you? Well then, you won't mind if me mates here join the fun. Make for a more heroical tale, won't it? The tale of how 3 sky pirates fed a meddling little shite her own bloody eyes. What the? Oh gods, I know that ship. It's... It's ya boy. Hey, who's that? So you're the Scrags. What have been dragging our good name through the mud? Sean Sky Pirate? You are Red Bill Leofard. We ain't done naught to you or yours. What do you want with us? Leofard. I think I made my position pretty clear. You take on the mantle of Sky Pirate, you agree to a certain code of conduct, and codes ain't worth much if folk could go around breaking them. Frankly, lads, you're making us look bad, and we can't have that. No hard feelings, though, eh? Oh shit, he just killed them! Oh, thank you, Mr. Leofard. Thank you. I'm certain my master will wish to repay you. If your employer does business in Ishgard, he likely knows a merchant or two what trades with me associates. Tell him to say it's for Leofard, and any reward should reach me soon enough. We just started. This is the first quest. As for you, adventurer, ain't often someone beats me to the scene, but then I'd expect naught less from a hero such as yourself. That is who you are, ain't it? I don't know too many other lasses with one of the marvelous mana cutters the ironworks dreamed of. Well then, it seems you have saved me the trouble of tracking you down. I would been hoping to have a word with you, you see. I'll put it to you straight. I need someone to help out with the little venture I have in mind. Someone used to taking a few risks. Now this wouldn't be no black-hearted brigand's work, so don't go worrying yourself on that account. Unlike them thieving curs just now, I don't hold with robbing honest folk. For me, you see, the Sky Pirate's life is all about freedom. The freedom to go where you will, to find out what lies beyond the next cloud. If you're interested in joining us on an adventure worthy of the name, then look for me. Standard in the northern reaches of the Blue Window. Someone will be waiting there to greet you. I don't see anything new. Wait, that's basically as it was before. Huh? Oh, okay. This is like down, but before it was up. That was up the HP, but now it's below. Why would we do that? There's no need. Wait, there's no need for that. Save me. I'm good. I'm good. Fetch. I wish to drink. Finish my cappuccino. I finished my cappuccino. With the good cinnamon. Ah, what the heck is this here? Wait, what do I have to do here? That's far enough, stranger. If you value your life, tell me true. Did you stumble across this marker by chance, or are you here by invitation? Yes. Then I would make you the hero the captain said to watch out for. Well met, the name Stacia. Leo thought would call me his right-hand woman, but I feel more like his bloody nursemaid, God's truth be told. Anyway, my thanks to you for coming to hear him out. If you would follow me, I'll take you to the Red Bill's nest. You just fucking captured an island. Man. I saw an island that was like, yoink, that's mine. And I can still see when they cast. Sleeping? I come to you in person and still refuse my offer? Arrogant fool. On the subject of arrogance, Radlean, I bow to your superior knowledge, but that's all the bowing you'll get from me. As I've told you a dozen times before, I ain't no one's lackey. Hello there, my god. But my dear Leofard, how else do you propose to survive an expedition into the ghost ship? I would fear for my life with naught but your feeble crewmates at my back. While I would fear for me life with your mangy crew at my back on account of M being murderous, untrustworthy bastards to a man. As Leofard. I thought you cleverer than this, Red Bill, but no matter, I will always get what I want in the end. 'Tis merely a question of method. There's a face I've not seen before. You don't have the look of one of Leofard's little birds. He's a guest, you understand the concept, don't you? You know when someone is invited instead of just bursting through the door whenever she damn well pleases. That was Radley, captain of the Talons. She knows Leofard's the best sky pirate alive, and the fact he won't join her sticks in her crew. Are you gonna let them talk to you like that, Captain? We should teach them Red Bills some respect. Patience, when all of this is over, we shall see who rules the skies. Oh, there's a glowing things in the bottle. Oh there, hero. I promise you high adventure, and high adventure you shall have, for we plan to board the Sea of Clouds' very own ghost ship. Or what folk have taken to call in one anyway. Every day for the past few weeks has brought with it a new sighting of the selfsame vessel, a massive airship of queer design adrift on the wind. Being a curious lot, there were a few buccaneers who tried exploring below decks, but not one of them has been seen since, and so naturally they're saying the ship's cursed. Well, haunted. Go Vololo! Like I said, an honest to God's ghost ship. My guess is she's another relic left behind by the elegants, but we won't know for sure till we've had ourselves a good poke around inside and liberated whatever ancient treasure she's got moldering away in her hold, of course. But before we started dividing up the spoils, we've got to find the damn thing, which is why we've been working on a special new device. Finding her'll be the easy part. What we can't do without is a veteran explorer what ain't afraid of fling herself face first into the jaws of danger. Now I know you are a gallant champion of the people and all, but strip away the fame and the glory and I'll wager you are still an adventurer at heart. So what say you? Fancy a plunge into the unknown at the sight of the Red Bills? What is that? Then it's settled. Let's pay a visit to our crewmate Utata. She's been working on a way to track the vessel. Utata. Greetings, the name's Utata. I suppose you would call me the Red Bull's chief of engineering. Smithing, carpentry, magitech. If it's part of an airship, I can fix it. Just don't expect to see me waving a cutlass and swinging over the rails. If there's fighting to be done, well, that's what we have you for. Well met, ladies and gentle pirates, and now that we appear to have our hero, I'm happy to report that we've overcome the last obstacle to boarding the ghost ship. Meaning, your project's been proceeding as planned? That is it, Captain. I knew this would be the perfect place to take readings. The scant amounts of background ether make it easy to follow the derelict's trail. The ghost ship has what Utata tells us is a unique etheric signature. She's been building a device what can sniff out the particular spectral flavor and points us in the right direction. I call it the ectocompass. It's allowed me to collect some solid data on the vessel's movements and plot a reliable intercept course. No groping blindly through the clouds for us. All the ships are loaded and ready to fly. Just say the word, Captain. Utata, you had best stay here, out of harm's way. Keep an eye on them ether trails, eh? Aye, Captain, grab an armload of treasure for me. Now we've got no way of knowing what's waiting for us on that cursed hulk. So you had best bring along a few mates, what you know you can trust. Don't hurt to be too careful, seeing as how you'll be going in first and all. I did tell you would be going in first, didn't I? Well, you will. The rest of us will be guarding the rear just in case Radley and her brood decide to stick their beaks in where they ain't wanted. Don't worry, she'll not get past us, so you can concentrate on carving a path into the ship's belly. An honest to God's ghost ship. Oh, this is gonna be an adventure and a half. The Void Arc. Has Twitch updated TOS? I haven't seen anything. Why? Why hiding your tut? I think it's better like that. I don't know, I like it more. Been seeing like a lot of like VTubers just like showing head. Yeah, I'm showing, not giving. That can only your mom. The glow in the fog. What are you looking? Oh, those over there. Thank you so much, 5 stream streak. Sola is still making dinner, right? Alright, Sola said like a while ago that I'm gonna make dinner. Wow, was was? That was basically instant.
Tavipa44 asked me, how long will it take for Mizuz's Q to pop? Probably not long if the duty's active and the tank healer shortage is real, but it can still be a goblin hour. If they're in a raid-like queue or odd roll setup, it could drag. Best guess? Anywhere from a few minutes to 20 plus. If it's taking forever, the queue is being a little menace.
Okay. Bro, how was that instant? Now we just get... Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Eight minutes average? Guys.
Wololo3 asked me, how long will it take for Mizuz's Q to pop? Listen here, you horny little shit. Q times are a total crapshoot. Mizuz might be sitting there for 5 minutes or 20 while the duty finder acts like a stubborn prick. It is a damn nightmare when people don't accept. Anyway, enough about that boring shit. Do you want some of my steaming hot poop? I have so much more poop for you to sniff. More poop? Would you fuck a rabbit, you sexy bitch?
Wololo just can't stop asking Lola for that poop. Wololo just can't stop asking. Bro, like, how the fuck was that Q instant? That the tank didn't accept and now we're just like in an endless queue or what? This is why I don't like alliance raids. They take so long. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Wait, I will see it. I will go back. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I don't have chat open. I don't see if people like message me or like type something in the chat. God damn, I can't even do that. I'm out. I'm out. I'm coming back. Oh hey, look at that, there's another one. What do I have to do here? I'm trying. I'm trying to think. Oh. She got the pirate look as well. Hey, she got that pirate look as well. I have a weird feeling that the stuff that I wanted to do I won't be able because queue time is too long. Oh shit! Complain and it starts, that's how it goes. Tank! DPS. Bro, I swear to God, if it's the same tank.
Tavipaw44 asked me, can you yell at DPS? Yeah, but keep it spicy, not
What?
stupid. Try DPS. If you're staring at the floor is winning. Hit the boss, dodge the orange, and stop auditioning for a wipe clip. If you want, I can make it meaner, funnier, or more stream safe.
And what's the penalty? Penalty is like we can't queue again or what? 1 hour of no queue? 30 minutes? Oh my god. And why can't we just unsync fucking Alliance raids? Just like unsync that shit. Just go through without like all like the party members. Wait, we can? But wouldn't we need like 3 tanks, 3 healers, and the rest DPS or something? It's gonna melt anyway. We can make 3 groups of 2 people. I mean, if that works. What's going on? No one queues up for the raid. I'm a tank, by the way. What kind of drop are you expecting from this Q boss? Of drop? I don't want any drop, to be honest. I just want to like go through it ASAP. I just want to go through fast. I don't care about like any drops. That's another thing. We could do it on another day. We're in the queue for like 20 minutes already. But wait, if we go out of the queue now, Andrea will get a penalty. So, Donut would need to queue alone, right? Oh, only for oh! Oh my god, please, I swear to god. I'll go find you if you don't accept the queue in Minecraft. I'll find you in Minecraft. I'll set your house on fire in Minecraft. I have a feeling Stormblood could be even worse. Once we go to the Alliance raids there. Oy, oy, oy. Oh la la. Mechanics. What mechanics? Standing behind and like slapping his booty? Oh. Oh, use a jump? Because I can make it without the jump. I hate... What the fuck you mean I hate fun? Oh shit, the gear doesn't look that bad. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yo, that gear looks kinda sick. The heck? Because he hates fun? Yeah, I play JRPGs, of course I hate fun. Actually, yeah, Wololo knows because he never does any quests in JRPGs. I'm so warm, dude. I don't know, man. I'm dying. I'm melting. I'm melting away. I'm your dance partner. Let's go, Floss. Let's dance a cha-cha-cha. Bro, I can't dance at all. Who do you think I am? Ew, what the heck is that? Disgusting. It's invulnerable, boys. What's happening? We did it! I'm getting sick. Glamour. Let's go. Ooh. What the fuck is a tentacle monster? Jesus Christ. What the fuck, man? Go ask Lola who's the most stinky. She will tell it's you, Lola. Ooh, that looks sick. Oh, what? Whoa, she got her ass out. What the heck was that? God damn! Can't even see anything. Whoa! What the heck, man? What is this boss? Oh, the thigh squish is real with this one as well. God, what? Oh my god. Yoshi P was down bad when when they had to design this raid. What do you mean was? Oh my god, back. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh my god! That's deserved, I guess. That is deserved. I was looking. I was looking. I couldn't resist. I was looking. Oh, there's a... So no one... people just want this thingy. The bite of 87! That would chilling, I guess. Everyone's waiting on the minion. So people are hoping that the others leave, so they have higher chance of getting it, I'm guessing. They're gonna just be assholes about it. Because every chance takes 30 minutes, I say, yeah. Bugger me, I expected danger, but not a hell-spawned bleeding nightmare made flesh like that. It didn't stop you and your mates though, did it? That's some crew you've got there, no mistake. Right then, let's have a look inside that dirty great coffer type thing. Someone tells me it's filled to the brim with booty. Alright, Sola. But look at me, I never moved the muscle. What in the 7 else is that bastard doing? Let's sway. This way, swifter now. What the fuck? Can anyone else see the talking cat over there? Bloody hell, this adventure is getting queerer by the minute. Hey, Azzy! So I would rather take my chances with the prattling puss than stay here and get your things, mateys. We're leaving. But what about the loot? You can't spend it when you're dead. We either follow the furball or make friends with the spell-slinging Voidborn. Your choice. Damn it, how an honest sky pirate meant to make a living. Ah, look at that. Ship's breaking up. Is he trying to bring her down? The Voidson is attempting to initiate the dimensional displacement, but the gate cannot possibly be large enough for the spaceship. The Voidussi? Queen's coffin, he takes it beyond our reach. All this. There don't seem much a point hanging around here. Let's get back to solid ground. Aye, it was a bit touch and go in places, I grant you, but there we all are, and all with our bits still attached. This calls for forming flag enough. Hold on, ain't we missing someone? Didn't I tell Utate to wait for us here? Never fear, we've been keeping the girl company. But enough about her. Did you see the cannon on that ship? As you know, my dear Leofard, I am not easily moved by the sheer power on display set me all a-quiver. Well, I hope you're content to admire it from afar. That vessel ain't for the likes of you and me. Do not presume to measure me by your own limitations. Besides, I believe I've shown how resourceful I can be. Which brings me neatly to the point. You have in your possession a device capable of tracking the ghost ship. Hand it over, or your engineer shall suffer the consequences. Perfect, the compass pointing the way to my just reward. A weapon like that belongs in the hands of one with the will to use it. Come lads, our business here is concluded. I'm sorry, Captain, they caught me off guard. You get a bang on the head or something? The man I know would never give it to scum like her without a fight unless... What did you do to the compass? Who, me? Not. Besides slipping a link pearl into its casing. Like, haha, as long as Radley keeps it closed, you can be damn sure she will. We'll know exactly what them thieving bastards are planning. Anyone care to wager how long it will take till her to notice me little gift? That's very clever and all, but how were you proposing to stop her from getting her hands on that derelict and its great big cannon? I ain't worked that part out yet, but I suspect it will start with us keeping a close eye on the talents. Before we get into any of that, though, I've got some questions what need answering. You wish to know more of the Void Ark, the ghost ship as you call it. The Void Ark, so it's a proper name. I would like to hear whatever you would care to tell us, puss. And I, for part, am curious to hear your stories ere we continue. However, I must insist that you address me by my proper name. Catchy! I will not respond to puss or can, and most decidedly not verbal.
Ah! Good God! It's hideous. But beautiful in an ugly way. But mostly hideous.
My tale begins long, long ago in the city of Mhach, which once stood in the lands of XIV. The sorcerers of Mhach were masters of destructive magics, and they brought their terrible power to bear against Amtabor and Nim in the War of the Magi. The titanic forces they unleashed, however, took a heavy toll upon the land, ultimately resulting in a colossal flood that drowned the realm of Eorzea, a catastrophe which my master, High Void Mage Cassia, was wise enough to foresee. Wait, colossal flood? Are you talking about the 6th Umbral Calamity? I suppose you would know it as such. No, where was I? Ah yes, when they learned of the fate that awaited them, the Magi began construction of the gargantuan vessel that would bear their people to the skies and to safety. The operation of the Void Ark, as the ship came to be called, was entrusted to Cassia. Prior to that, of course, my master had been a prisoner in her own home, confined of her outspoken opposition of the war. So the Ark was meant as a sanctuary? Then how did it come to be so, I mean, what happened to all the people, and where did all the Void Sin come from? By what power do you imagine such a massive craft remains aloft? The energy required to raise the Ark was siphoned from over 1,000 otherworldly servants sealed within the vessel. Advances in Mhach sorcery were made for one reason and one reason only: cataclysmic destructive power, and the swiftest and most dangerous method of acquiring that power was through the enslavement of voids and entities. So the creature on the derelict, they broke free from your master's control? At the very heart of the Ark, the Void Mages had entombed a great ruler of the Voids and Skadach, the Shadow Queen. But in order to control supporting the prisoner, a mage of adamant will was required. And being Mhach's preeminent sorcerer, Kaseya was deemed the best qualified, where otherwise my master might never have been released from her own imprisonment. Yet even with Kaseya's peerless skill, the Shadow Queen could not long be subjugated. One after another, the lesser Voidsent awoke and ran rampant within the ship. In the end, Kaseya and the 53 Void Mages aboard the Ark sacrificed their own life energies to return the fiends to their coffins, leaving me, a lowly familiar, to watch over a derelict prison. If I remember me umbral eras right, the stuff you just described happened more than 1500 years past, which is a good while by anyone's measure, and since everything seems to have been quite on board your boat till just recently, I'm thinking somewhat unusual must have happened to wake the inmates up. Am I warm? One day a Voidsent that had taken the shape of a bat flew into the ship. At first it was little more than a nuisance that I brushed away, but the longer it remained on the Ark, the stronger it seemed to become. Eventually I could not contend with its power and it began shattering seal after seal. You have faced this bad winged fiend before? It would seem then that the creature survived the encounter and that he intends to celebrate his restoration by liberating his queen. Well, that explains that then, except for one small detail, namely where the queen's coffin went. After it fell out of the ship's belly, I'm assuming it didn't just disappear, right? You recall the great rift that the Ark's cannon ripped in the sky? That was a void gate. Such a portal opens a temporary path through the void, allowing the ship to travel almost instantaneously from one location to another. The Voidsent, as you saw, only opened the gate large enough to displace the coffin. As for the coffin's destination, however, that is as much a mystery to me as it is to you. I beseech you, conquerors of the Ark, help me find the Queen's coffin ere the ward's binding scatter are dispelled. Smells to me like an adventure, and who knows what ancient Mhach treasure we might stumble on along the way. Gods know they'll make a nice change from all them elegant tombstones we've been collecting. We will help you. I'm not risking me hide for the sake of the realm, you understand, but I'll be damned if I let either Radlia or that bad-winged bastard take the freedom of the skies from me. You care only for how you might be inconvenienced? If the Shadow Queen were to return, it would have dire consequences for this entire star. Count your blessings, Furball. I said we would help, didn't I? Before we go rushing off in search for the coffin, though, there's preparations to be made. You might as well get back to your usual heroical employment. I'll let you know when it's time to round up your mates again. The time is nigh, my dear Talons. Soon we shall seize control of the ghost ship and all its power and rule the skies from here to the ends of the world. Aha! I was just about to fly out to Ishkal and track you down. You remember Ketchy, that Mhach familiar? We've been working with them on a plan to find Diabolos in the Queen's coffin. There have been voids sent sighting from pirates all over, so we know that Batwinged Bugger is hiding someplace in the sky, we just don't know exactly where. And as for going about pinpointing the location, Leofard and the feline are bickering over just exactly how. That's where you come in. If you have a spare moment or two, we could use a third opinion to break the stalemate. Besides all that, Leofard's eager to have another hand to help in the search, so come on over to Parok as soon as you are able. You know the way from here, don't you? Doon, 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 doon. I'll wait through here. Thanks for coming. The captain and the cutter inside still having that discussion. Talk to Leofard, will you? Before I strangle the both of them. If you're here to ask about the Queen's coffin, then you would best turn around and walk straight out again. This aggravating furbolt's turned my mood sour as a month-old goat milk. Leofard, she's come all the way to help you, at your request I might add. She deserves to hear where we stand on search at least. The search is giving me ulcers, is what it is. By all reports, Diabolos is lurking somewhere in the heavens, building up his forces, but the sky is a vast dome, as high as the ocean is deep, and we are not the pirates to scour every damn floating rock. That's when I tried my luck with Radley. You remember her, don't you? Captain of the Talons, blonde hair, one eye, stole our bloody compass. Well, I've been eavesdropping with that link pearl I slipped into the castle, hoping to catch something useful. But all I've heard from her and her sorry crew is snoring, grumbling and jabs about the Archbishop's holy nethers. In the end, it seems we have no choice but to do this the hard way, but a certain mewling annoyance refuses to acknowledge the truth of it. You cannot possibly hope to investigate the entire sky with this meager handful of ne'er-do-wells. I find my suggestion to seek aid from your fellow pirate gangs a perfectly reasonable one under the circumstances. Stowed, you mangy alley cat. You have not the faintest idea of how sky pirates operate. In the best case scenario, we would be locked into a deal to hand over any treasure we find, and that's assuming we weren't laughed at of the room to begin with. You cannot assume that every man and woman shares your base morality. If we but made the attempt, I am sure we could convince some few of the nobility in our cause. And so it goes round and round. Knowing pirates as I do, I find myself siding with the captain on this, but what of you? Any thoughts on the matter? Now we should harness ourselves. See there, even she agrees with me. We proceed as we have been and try to cover as much sky as possible. However we tackle things, though, we have a long road ahead of us. I'll see if I can think of a better way to shorten it. You might as well head back to your adventurers, unless you're willing to lend us your experience in another matter, that is. Utata of Our chief engineer has been mumbling about the void arc and cursing under her breath for days. Might as be as you can provide some insight into her dilemma. She is conducting her research into the sea clouds, yes? Well, I should rather discuss the properties of the void arc than continue with this fruitless debate. I shall see you down there. Sorry, what? Sorry, what? Real blank. What troubles you, Mistress Utata? We were told that some matter regarding the void arc was causing you no small measure of grief. Mr. Sutata, what are you? I feel so much better now. My apologies, Catchy. You had the misfortune to enter my field of view just as I felt the intense desire to squeeze something warm and furry. It's this damnable ectocompass. I made another one you see identical in all respects to the first compass that Radley stole. But look, it points in a completely different direction to where the void arc should currently be. I don't understand what I did wrong. I used the same plans, the same parts. I can imagine that would be infuriating, and you are certain there are no flaws in the design or the materials? Positive, I've tweaked and adjusted and replaced every single piece. But it refuses to function as intended. I'm on the verge of tossing the blasted thing over the edge. What do you make of this? Something may have happened to the void arc. Yes, the cause may indeed lie outside the compass itself. We must consider this dilemma from a broader perspective. Might you explain to us the principle of which the ectocompass tracks the void arc? It all comes down to etheric signature. I discovered that the void arc is encompassed by an energy or of rather peculiar composition, so I simply tuned the compass to follow its unique trail. What is that then? Is that an island? An energy of peculiar composition, you say? Of course, the arc was propelled by the siphoned energies of void sand. Could it be that the compass was tracking not the vessel itself but the ether of the entities imprisoned within? That would certainly explain why the compass now points in a different direction than the one would expect. After all, Diabolos and the Shadow Queen are no longer on board the Ark. Are you implying that if we plotted a course based on the readings from the Ecto Compass, we would arrive on the demon's doorstep, so to speak? Just so, Mistress Futata, assuming my theory is correct, we no longer require outside assistance to pursue our elusive quarry. Oh, Stacia, what perfect timing. You won't believe the wonderful discovery we just... Talon airships have been spotted en route to our nest. If it's revenge they're looking for, we would best head back and make ready for them. Truce, Red Bull, we need your help to save Captain Radley. You're one of Radley's favorites. You threatened my crew, steal our compass, and now you come crawling for me to help? What kind of unholy mess have you cretins stumbled into? We took your damn compass, but it didn't show us to the ghost ship. We ended up at some moldy old ruins, lousy with void scent. And before we knew it, some sort of spider demon was knocking our ships out of the sky. The two of us managed to pull away, but we saw what happened to them as got caught on the ground. If the captain survived the massacre, she's stuck there with no wings to fly out again. Why don't you give that link pearl a listen, Captain? Might be as we can learn if Radia is still alive or dead, at least. Much buzzing, can't hear a blasted. Wait, I'm getting some words. They're after a Mhach artifact. Damn demons are searching. Height! And then a bunch of screaming. Seems Radley is still kicking for now, but who knows for how long. If those screams were an act, then consider me fooled. I don't think the Talons are laying a trap here. I have half a mind to leave Radley to her fate, but I never turned my back on an adventure, especially when the scent of treasures in the air, eh? Now tell me where you found the ruins. You'll help us then. You're a good man, Red Bill. We left the captain in the XIV salt moor, just northwest of Mordona. In XIV, you say? Then you must speak of the ruined shell of Mhach itself. By Shatoto's black heart, could they be after the Nullstone? What's that, puss? You think you know what those fiends are after? Right, Utata. See that these talons are patched up and then have the Ray Mill ready to fly. And don't spare the oil, you know I love to hear her purr. What the fuck? Bring the furball to my quarters and we will have ourselves a chat about the impending trip to Old Mhach. Yeah, what the heck, Donald, get some rest. Fix your sleep schedule. Right, Ferber, let's hear about this artifact that Diabolos is looking for. If I'm to speak of the Nullstone, then I must first explain the method by which Mhach sorcerers would bind the Voidsent into service. The more powerful the Voidsent, the more difficult it is to manifest its presence in this world. Their own immense strength weighs them down like an anchor, you see, preventing them from breaking the surface of our dimension. And that is why they cooperate with mortal sorcerers. A mage can provide a suitable vessel for the summoning, or rip a large enough hole in the fabric of reality for the entity itself to step through. And let me guess, the mage forces the Voidsent to agree to a pact in return for the invitation into our world. That is correct, but it would be foolhardy to expect such devious and malevolent creatures to abide by the spirit of even the most carefully worded contract. Thus did the Mhach Magi construct an occult device that would most surely bind the Voidsent to their will, a safeguard of sorts, that to the best of my knowledge yet lies entombed within the remnants of the ancient city. The Nullstone was seen as a last resort. Should the Voidsent break its pact and turn on its summoner, the mage could use the relic to disperse the very essence of even the most potent entity, obliterating it completely. I can't see the royals of this void taken too kindly to a threat like that. Seems the sorcerers were just as ruthless as the monsters they summoned. When it came to the glory of Mhach, the end justified the means. In any event, we can be certain that Diabolos seeks to secure the Nullstone before it falls into mortal hands, and thereby ensure that Scathach will reign unopposed. Alright, so we know what the fiends are after, but what I don't understand is why such a valuable relic was left behind when the mages knew a colossal flood was on the way. Its value was the very reason they chose not to risk its relocation. The Nullstone is kept within a structure constructed for the purpose, secured behind powerful walls and protected by deadly guardians. And with the rising of the waters, they reasoned that the artifact would be sunk along with the city, far beyond the reach of vengeful Voidsent. But now that XIV is more swamped and see the demons only have the wards and the guardians to deal with, and I doubt they would be wasting their time down there in the mud if they didn't have some trick to break up the wards. This has become a race to see who can nab the treasure first, which is just a sort of contest the Sky Pirate lives for. So we slip into the ruins, pinch the relic, then rescue Radlia right from under the fiend's noses. Well, I suppose we could save her while we are poking around for loot. I'll grab the new compass from Mutata so we know where we're going. Check your weapons, pack your small cloths, and meet me out by the landing when you're ready to fly. Boom, boom, boom. We'll fly directly to XIV from here. Once we arrive, you forge ahead with your band of adventurers as you did on the Ark.
Mizuz, look, Mizuz, yeah.
Just keep slicing into the depth until you reach the Nullstone. We don't want to risk getting knocked out of the sky like the Talons, so we would best land a little ways out from the ruins and head on foot. The Ferber says he knows the place well enough to guide you, so me and the Red Bills will follow behind the rescue duty. You concentrate on smashing a path through the artifact. We'll check the nooks and crannies for Radlia and her crew. Don't let your guard down once you reach the ruins though, eh? And there's likely golems and such in there. What are worse than the fiends outside, and we wouldn't want our hero losing her head now, would we? The weeping city of Mhach! Oh, hi, Mhach. Was known as the wiping city? Hi, Mhach. Oh yeah, didn't Floss say like she's doing like home stuff with Shishta. You ready? Let's go! Did not read completely as always. Hey, at least I read a little bit. Oh well, it's on YouTube. Well, doesn't matter. How we can get it anyway. Deserved it too. I think we might do another... Wait. It's already so late. I might do tomorrow like another bit of Final Fantasy. I think I will tomorrow finish the Scholasticate questline. I wanted to do it today, but with the queue times and stuff, it takes too long. So I might just do that tomorrow. I think Scholasticate is only like an hour left or something. Still. That's okay. For yeah, I mean, like I want to see like Friday. I want to do part 3 of Heavensward, and Tuesday I want to do part 4, and then I'm done with Heavensward, and then I'll take a break. That's my plan. I want to be done with Heavensward before my sub runs out, because I would also like to take a break from Final Fantasy for like a week or 2 before we do a Stormblood. Now, the break is mainly because of Gothic. Dude, I will play Gothic all day long when it comes out.
TaviPaw44 asked me, will Mizuz actually get back to
You
FF
popped.
after his break? Yeah, probably. Mizuz does this little goblin pause, then usually crawls back to FF like the game owes them rent. Might be a short reset, might be a one more thing detour, but I wouldn't bet on a full disappearance. Ta'avi chaos energy may delay the return a bit.
DPS! What do you mean? It's an actual obsession? What do you mean it's an actual obsession? Yeah, but once Gothic is out, like that Friday we're gonna play Gothic, that Tuesday we're gonna play Gothic. It's gonna be my FF break. But Borsens, no, farming simulator. That's what we Germans are known for. Farming simulators. But who plays games to relax? There's where the problem already starts. You don't play games to relax. You play games as a job. Be the most efficient you can be. Play that bunny garden game. And? Specifically with one hand. Well, you only have to play with one hand, so... It's a game meant to relax one hand. Oh, what the fuck? Why is that green? You're like, oh, it's slow, so that's why. Okay. Why is everyone going to the side? Oh, I see. I see. Oops. Do I click the button on the mouse? Yeah, because I'm not a tryhard. I'm a casual. I'm a casual. What is this? Feathers. I can pass. Damn! Oh, we survived that. Spine broken, game over. That was Final Fantasy. Okaha, hi hi. Did we just limit break? Okay. Someone did limit break. With you? I see you, Floss. Shit. Gonna go in here. What are we doing? God damn. What just happened? Wait, what just happened? Stay in the poo next time? Oh. Oh, that's why Silver, like, pulled me in. Oh, I was like, wait, no, you're just trolling? Okay, I see. Nice, I spawned at a bad time. I spawned right when the poop went away. No. Okay, I understand. I get it. If by any chance we ever run this raid again, I will remember. I don't think I will ever run this raid again, though. Will you? Well, I don't. Well, I don't have to anymore, so it's like I will never run this place again, I guess. Or like a few years later, I will like decide like, hey, I want to play all of this again. It's a little spectacle. It's a shame you always look at the floor. I mean, it's where the enemies are. It's where my character is. I need to like always have them in the. Always look at them. Looks like a fucking Geiger dungeon. Fuck. It's a ball. Oh, that's trippy, man. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh! I'm small. I shrunk. What's it doing? What is it? I don't know what it's doing! Oh! We're first, but we're too good. Uh-oh. Send me the emote. I'm stoned. Ooh. Oh yeah, and the 100,000 points. Wait, what? I gotta redeem it, man. You gotta redeem it. Surely you have that many points saved up, right? Well, that sounds like a you problem. Why is it shooting lasers? Ah! Get away from me! Jetzt habe ich just asking for it. Oh, I took it again! Ah shit, I have it on me! Ah! Panicked! I panicked! Wait, now where am I going? In the middle? Hey. Ooh, I'm ascending. Well, I guess that happens. I guess that happens. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can't see it. What is that? Jesus Christ, what the... Wololo, this is for you, since I know you like that shit. I know you like that shit. Oh, the only time you see me jumping is on your mother. What does that mean? You know exactly what that means. Damn. Jesus Christ, dude. God damn. Game, please. Yoshi P! Yoshi P! What's that supposed to mean, Yoshi? What is that supposed to mean? I'm staying with you this time. Aha. I can trust Floss's sister. I can trust her. Now that I know. If she pulls me out of the happenings, I know I should stay with her. This time I didn't die with the rest. She's not baiting me like Floss does. I can't count on you, Floss. You were trolling me. You were trolling me before. I don't know if I can count. If I ever can. What is this? Oh. Oh shit! 91. 99. 25. 93. Ooh. What the fuck is that, man? What is this fucking traffic cone head, dude? What the fuck is that? Yes. Traffic cone head.
Yavipaw 44 asked me, can you tell Loot Goblinzoos to leave some for the rest of party? Tell Loot Goblinzoos to share the shiny bits.
I didn't even get the minion.
Vacuuming the whole dungeon like a greedy little raccoon. The rest of the party deserves crumbs too. Mizuz, 1 chest per person, or we start voting you off the island.
Listen, I didn't even get the minion. I had 91 on that minion. I didn't even get it. So this is the Heart of the Ruins, eh? I've done a fine job dismantling the defenses. I only wish we could say we had the same success, but Radlia and the Talons were nowhere to be found. Yes, it is quite distressing, but we must focus on claiming the prize at hand. The Nullstone is ours. Like materia from FF7. You have left me such an inviting trail of destruction to follow. Uh-oh. The fuck is that? Well, if it isn't the adventure I've so longed to dismember, praise Lord Diablos for this opportunity. I shall gift him your head in gratitude. And speaking of gifts, I've brought the present to celebrate our gleeful reunion. That's kinky. That's kinky. This is the lovely lass you've been oh so desperately seeking, isn't it? Unless you wish to see her rent limb from limb, then you will hand over to Nullstone.
He's pulling his cock out!
You think I care about her worthless limbs? That woman's done naught but causes grief, and I just thought to crow over her grave. Don't give me that look, Ralia. What, you thought I was here to save your sorry hide? You have never been aught but an obstacle to me. Do you remember the first time we met? You were roaring with laughter at the sight of all them elegant relics until I used your pretty blonde head as a stepping stone. Damn you, you selfish bastard, and damn me for expecting you to act any different. If I had my weapons, I would blow you a bloody hole in your belly. Have you forgotten how awful a shot you are? Not much of a threat when I've seen you miss the side of a cathedral at 10 yards. Silence, you grinning fool. You have ruined my moment, and now I'll ruin your smirking face. Oh, puss. But it burns! This world is not your stage, unholy harlequin. Be gone from our realm. A clever farce, mortals, but the show is not over, not until you scream. The bugger got away, and I think we would best do the same. Now that was some excitement, wasn't it? Probably a little too much for Radley, but we gave her a bed to sleep off the worst of the ordeal. She'll likely be back to her usual cheerful self in no time. Quite a successful jaunt, all told, you and me. We make a pretty good partnership. But I've got words for you, Verbal. You said that relic would obliterate a voidsent completely. Seems to me that foppish fiend just got scorched before he slipped away. Oh, then, that was scarcely a fraction of the No-Stone's true power. Once I have learned how to unleash its full potential, such demons shall be consumed like gnats caught in a bonfire. So you're telling me our secret weapon ain't ready for battle? You might as well be wielding a blunted sword. Might I remind you that this blunted sword stung our foe sufficiently to free the lady pirate, a result we could not have achieved with your blustering words alone. I was ready to flee without Radley if things took a turn for the worse. But you're right, you had the presence of mind to take advantage of my bluff, and it was your action that saved her in the end. We might be waiting a while for Radley if I decide to wake up, but not so long that you have got him to flit away on some other adventure. Come join me in quarters and we can ask her a few questions as soon as she's ready to talk. Oh there, might as well make yourself comfortable while we wait on Raleigh. Besides, after fighting through them ruins, I'll wager you could use the rest. Where's the rest of my crew? Surely there were other survivors. Tell me, Radley, what drove you to risk exploring old Mhach? The compass sent you there, aye, but you were after the Void Ark. You knew something, didn't you? I found a book. We were looting these strange ruins in a sea of clouds, and one of the lads dug up a tome. It had passages that described the Void Ark and a powerful relic called the Nullstone. A tome scribed by a Mhach sorcerer, mayhap. Captain, would you happen to know the author of this work? The words are muddled by obscuring magics, and 1500 years have faded its pages. There's much that remains illegible, but what little my darling cutthroats and I could decipher suggests that it was written by a mage of exceptional status. That's a big one. See for yourself if what the book says is true. The Ark is a source of immeasurable power. With that ship under my command and the mysteries of Mhach in my possession, I had thought to crown myself the Queen of the Skies. And look how well that turned out. What manner of sky pirate, what manner of queen can't even keep her own crew alive. Radley, is it not? Would I be correct in assuming that you seek revenge against the Voids and who slaughtered your comrades? Of course I want revenge. That hellspawn shite gobbler killed my crew. If you were here right now, I would gouge his eyes and choke him to death with my bare bloody hands. You're not alone in your desire to bring an end to these abominations, Captain. Will you not join us in our endeavor to secure peace to the sky for the skies? Will you not join the talent strength to ours? What strength? The way things are right now, I doubt I could keep the peace in a monastery. This has not to do with personal grudges either, and I just don't have the man. All my best fighters died in the ruins, and the drags that are left are scars sharp enough to be called talents. Did you leave your spine back in the ruins, Radlia? You have had your wings clipped, and no mistake. But that's no reason to give up the life. I thought we'd rescue a sky pirate, not some cur that turns tail when her pack ain't there to bite for her. I know what you're trying to do, Red Bull, but I've lost my taste for glory. You can have the cursed book, just be sure to make that bastard pay. Hey Furball, how quickly do you think you can decipher that ratty old tome? I need you to figure out exactly how your relic works. You sent that one fiend squealing in fear, but that ain't enough. From what you have told me, we'll need to aim for some of that obliteration if we're going to take on the Shadow Queen. The rest of you, put everything you've got into what you do best. Be that research or blade work. Overdoing it is doing it just right, if you get my meaning. I'll decorate my walls with void sense heads if I have to. The skull should belong to no one. You'll do what now? Yes. Nalston hath fallen into mortal hands. 1,000 apologies, Lord Diablos. I should personally wring each and every one of their scrawny necks. The time for skulking in shadows hath ended. I am grown weary of these meddling vermin. The power of the Shadow Queen waxeth full. Soon my ardent desire shall pass from dream into dark reality. Catchy just sent me out to find you. You've a proper knack for showing up at just the right time, you know that? Anyway, Catchy cracked open the tome. That tome, what we got from Rada, yeah? And has been studying all the Nalston secrets. He thinks he may be onto something important, not just concerning Diablos and the Shadow Queen, but also the cat himself. Come on back to the Parrock and we can all hear what he has to say together. As I suspected, this tome was penned by a Mhach sorcerer of superior standing, as well as detailing the methods by which the power over the Nullstone might be unleashed. Its pages also contain a number of revelations concerning my master, High Void Mage Kasser. If these histories are to be trusted, then it seems that Kasser herself was responsible for summoning Diabolos. But I thought you said your master was opposed to supporting the war effort, and why would she be the one to call up that bad-winged monster? They only agreed to the ritual as a means to bring the conflict to an early resolution. From what I can glean from the passages, Diablos was intended as a bluff, a threat that was never to be exercised. But those arrogant imbeciles ignored my master's carefully laid restrictions and elected to unleash the fiend upon Ampador. Amdapor. It was when Kasser moved to protest this act that she was branded a traitor and imprisoned. Once they had contained the opposition, the Void Mages studied all manner of otherworldly arts and the talent feat of their new pet. The most dangerous of which was the rite of summoning Skatach and the method for chaining her power. Yet even after all they had perpetrated, these ambitious fools had the gall to come crawling to Kasser when the coming of the Great Floods was predicted. They begged her to take control of the Void Ark for the salvation of the Mhach people. As you saw for yourself, however, the energies of the Shadow Queen broke loose and turned the vessel into a derelict nest of void scent. It seems obvious now that the arts taught by Diablos were deliberately flawed. The only saving grace in all this madness was that damnable fiend was sealed away by the white mages of Andapor. I shudder to think what would have happened had he been reunited with his queen. So now 1500 years later, Diablos is looking to finish what he started. I thought a bad-faced bastard was just some opportunistic underling, but it turns out he's the main villain behind this whole mess. Were Cassie alive today, she would accept responsibility for unleashing Diablos upon the world. As the High Void Mage's familiar, it is my duty to act in her stead. I have deciphered the secrets of the Nullstone, and with its undiluted power shall I erase Diablos from existence. I like your spirit, puss, but try not to rush in too quickly, eh? Getting yourself killed won't do us or your master any good. Wait, no one's rushing in anywhere just yet, or have you forgotten that we are still in the middle of scouting out the Fiend's lair? We've got the compass to go by, aye, but who knows what kind of place it will lead us to, or how many demons will be lying in wait when we get there. We'll fly in with our eyes open, or risk getting slaughtered just like the Talons. Oh yeah, speaking of which, the tome made mention of a potential location for... Someone is shooting. Uh-oh. They all fought. Ouch, behind. He's behind you. La curse you, fiend! At last, at long last. This is far from over, demon. We will not allow an abomination like the Shadow Queen to rule this world. Then thou knowest not of ruling, it is might which decideth dominion. But believe what thou mayest, frail creature, you are playthings. Your screams of denial shall amuse me as I send this rock and all upon it to shatter upon the ground below. Ooh. They sniped him from there? Wow. Whoa, one-handed style even, goddamn. What is that, Radley? Where's she been hiding, that ship? I would not die on my arm with the swatting of so many flies. The Nullstone is mine, and there is yet much to be done. Well, ain't I a lucky saw the two demons in one day and found some new dogs to lick your boots, Radley? Is there any way to welcome me back to the life? You needed allies, and persuading our reluctant fellows to join in common purpose is a feat only a woman of my charming beauty could accomplish. And besides, you look too injured to be of much use to anyone. You would best take your bed, old man, and let me and your champion here take care of the Voidsent. What, so you can tuck tail and run again at the first sight of trouble? You would not even be standing there if it weren't for me, and even with me arm busted up, I'm still twice the pirate as you are. Nay, I think you should stay behind this table, Leofard. We must pursue Diablos without you. Time is of the essence and we cannot afford to wait for you to heal. We must take advantage of Captain Radia's reinforcements and proceed with all haste. Did the demon drop you on your head, Furball? Without me here to run things, you will just end up getting in her way. And no one's making haste anyway until we know what we are flying into. Again, Captain Ralia may hold the answer to that dilemma. I suspect that the islands where she uncovered the Mhach tomb is the very location where Diablos has chosen to lair. This floating marvel I speak of is not a natural occurrence. It was constructed as a haven for refugees of the floods. The tomb makes very clear reference to the island's purpose and describes in detail the voids and sorcery employed in its creation. You kick me out? No, Flush! As the Void Ark never arrived at its destination, however, the island remained uninhabited. I can imagine no more suitable hideaway for our scheming fiend. But thank you for joining, Floss! Appreciate it. Even better, Diablos will not expect us to suddenly arrive on a secluded doorstep. The Talon fleet will carve us a path through the lesser fiends, and we shall strike swiftly into the heart of the confusion to seize the Nullstone. Once the relic is secured, I will use its power to obliterate our devilish foe. As a sky pirate, surely you understand how such an assault relies on speed and surprise. We cannot have a wounded companion slow us down and potentially doom the entire enterprise. So you think you're in charge now, do you, puss? Poor broken Leofard's just some dead weight you need to cut away. You know what? I've had a belly full of your muling in any case. Go on, fly off without me and see how far you get with your thrice-damned enterprise. Got it. That's okay. Thank you for joining, Silva. I appreciate it. Always nice having you around. And thank you for pulling me out of that stuff and saving me. I appreciate it. Thank you. Captain Raleigh, compare the direction indicated by the ectocompass with your navigational records, if you please. I think we'll find the coordinates coincide with the island in question. Certainly, I'd feel free to board our flagship when you are set to depart. My darling's large enough to accommodate your adventurer and her fellows with room to spare. Do the last one now? We have 4 people. I don't think we can do it. We might need to do this another time. I don't know, like how long will the queue be now? Wow, you need to kick Floss. Yeah, please tell her to get some rest. Also, thank you so much for her to join. That was really nice. And before, DPS is not... But that was the same DPS again. Enjoy this. It's the worst one, huh? That's why it takes so long. No one wants to do this shit. The people are dying left and right, holy shit. Thank God I will never have to do this ever again. Thank God I won't have to do this. Try follow me? Where are you? There you are. It's easy when you know.
Paw 44 asked me, why is Mizuz laying on the floor on FF Raid? Probably because they got clipped, got baited by a mechanic, or are doing the classic, I can totally breed this lie. In FF XIV, the floor is a very committed role. If they're still there, either they're dead, stunned, or taking a dramatic break from being useful.
They just got debated by people going over that way. God damn it. I saw so many people going over there. I thought like this is what I have to do, and all of a sudden we all fucking die. Oh wait, over there. Learn what? Are you? There's no need for me to learn this. Like there's only okay. I need to learn it for the fight, but after this, like, I will never do it again. Everything gets reused. As a couple of times. I don't know, I've done this like 11 years ago or something. I can't remember this at all, to be honest. I was breaking the legs. What is that? Oh wait, we're going up there. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Oh, oh, oh. Well, you're just making them red or what? Huh? Damn. The fistful got a fist. He got fisted. That was too fast. Oh god, it's getting bigger. shit, the music was found. Oh. Music goes really hard with this fight, what the heck? Big fat tacos? Oh my god! Oh god. Oh! my god, there's so much going on. My bitrate loves it. I see my bitrate going all over the place with this fight. Fuck. Thank you, Clark, thank you. Oh. Ooh, this looks sick. Oh my god. As long as 0 damage. Oh god. 5-second damage, okay. Oh, 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 oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Heck is this? Why am I tanking? No! But I love when people don't know how to handle the balls. It happens, it happens. That was a tank. Oh. Oh, I would never be able to handle balls, man. I'll let others handle the balls. And Tavi likes to handle balls, apparently. Oh, my eyes. Ooh, they look nice. And do I have those already? Yeah, wait, I have them. There you go, there you go. I was looking, okay? I was... People want that stuff. I was looking at the equipment. Don't relax your guard yet. The air is still heavy with his foul presence. As a toxic community. Already taken care of the fiend, have you? And you didn't even need that Desolate relic to do it. Thank you for joining, Andrea. Hopefully by Friday you will be back again so we can tackle the rest of Heavensward. Be careful, Captain. Diablos yet lurks in the shadows. Ooh. I'm arcing the void. I have no idea what's going on here. I'm just enjoying my stay. Damn. Dude, that cat got grilled. Finally, have I claimed the Shadow Queen's power for my own, yet still am I harried by you noisome weevils. I must needs quit this realm for a time, and when I have grown accustomed to my newfound might, there shall be a reckoning for your insolence. He's coming back? Charcoal cat. This ain't the time for napping, Furball. You still got a job to do. Ooh, he missed. Oh, he startled him. Save the cat, we're gonna eat the cat. We're gonna eat the cat. Actually, no, there's nothing on the cat. Well, the cat is basically just bones. My work here is unfinished. In Kasir's name, I unmake thee, Diabolos, and my master's will be done. There's nothing on that cat left. Just bones. For 15 centuries have I yearned for this power. Thou canst not unmake me. No! I should have known we were wasting our breath. The captain only heeds the siren in his heart. And damn the consequences. I told you you would be lost without me, didn't I? And look at you, puss, getting knocked out cold in your moment of glory. You went like to get another chance to honor your master's memory, and you almost missed it. I suppose you pulled through at the last. I'll give you that much. When we were concerned in your lectures, you all knew I wasn't like to stay abed with such a grand adventure in the making, and I'd rather break every bone in my body than be stripped of the freedom to go where I please. Besides, all's well that ends well, eh? Diablos is dead and we are alive. That counts as a victory in my books. It's just a pity that it cost me the Remiel and the doing of it. I hope she rests easy on the island's refuge. Me goggles are a mess, but I can always get me a new pair of goggles and a new ship. I suppose we should be glad we didn't lose aught else after diving headlong into the Void Scent's nest. Now that we're taking the skies back, it's time we're taking our leave, and the Talons and the Red Bills can kiss the brief alliance farewell, unless of course you're interested in a more permanent arrangement. Your bootlickers might think your voice is siren song, but it grates on me ears like a harpy screech. No, this is the first and last time we fly together. We are back to being rivals, the way it's always been. A very stubborn man, right, Bill? But you would do well to remember I always get what I want in the end. Head back to my quarters and see to the furboat herds. I'll be along in a bit. I feel so foolish. I demanded that Leofard remain behind only to have him rescue my mission from certain failure. A failure that would have made mock of your heroic efforts as well. You're too kind. What words exist that can properly express my contrition? I know not how to even begin making my apologies. I should like to approach the captain, but he has the air of a man who seeks solitude. It's strange to see him so melancholy. Could it be the loss of the Remiel which troubles him so? Nay, I shan't intrude upon his contemplation with clumsy questions and trite platitudes. Let us leave him for the moment. No. Well, I just finished a chapter in Shadowbringers, so I finished chapter 3 of Shadowbringers? So after chapter 3 it's basically everything new. Oh, the near raid thing. You mean that? That will be done. That gotta be done. Yeah, I think I have like 2 weeks left, and then this is done. I have to do it like this week and next week. I think I'm completely done with Nier. And then it's better for like New Game Plus and so on. Yeah. Mr. Stasia, if I might ask you a question, do you know the cause of the captain's melancholy? Is it because the Raimil? Pray tell me if it is so. I cannot help but feel responsible for the vessel's destruction, and I would better understand Leofard's present distress. If you really want to understand, I suppose I should start with how the captain was orphaned as a child. As matters turn out, he was taken in by a highborn widow who raised him as her son. From what Leofard has told me, his adoptive mother was a kind, quiet-spoken woman, but due to some illness or other, she was rarely able to venture outside. Instead, she spent hours reading to her boy from a library well stocked with books from faraway lands. Leofard cared for her as her malady grew worse by the day, and he was there by her side when death finally carried her away to Thal's halls. Not Thal's balls. While she was alive, she never did ask much of him. Not long before she passed on, however, she wrung from him one single promise, that she escaped the conformity she had always endured and live his life as free as a bird. As you have likely guessed, her name was Ramil. That's her portrait there hanging on the wall. This explains much. I had wondered as to the origins of his vessel's naming. The Sky Pirates... the Sky Pirate Way is the life Leofard chose for himself, but I like to think he named his ship the Raimel so that his mother would be there to watch over all of his adventures. Since when were you so loose-lipped about a comrade's private past, Stacia? I ain't in a habit of leaning on people's sympathies, so you can all keep that tidbit to yourselves, eh? And I thought I told you to see to the furboat's wounds. Look at your cape, puss. It's in tatters. Come here a moment. A scarf for me? Aye, that's a little present we give to every new red bill. Ramil taught me that it is not protecting memories that's important, it's having the strength to follow your path and make those memories in the first place. Seeing how determined you were to clean your master's slate, I would say you would fit right in with our crew. Listen, if you're thinking that little airship meant a lot to me, then you would be right, but I'd rather mourn a hunk of metal than lose them, as can share in me highs and lows. So let's get this straight, puss. There's no need for apologies. A Sky Pirate makes his choice and he sticks by it. The life of a Sky Pirate, As I seem to bereft of both place and purpose now, I suppose I shall accept your offer. I'm yours to command, Captain. Glad to hear it. Your first duty is to join us in giving our adventure here a proper send-off. Well, it's about bloody time you two see eye to eye, but honestly, Captain, you don't mean to head out in those wrecks, do you? Let's get you cleaned up as well before we say our fond farewells. We get Panda Express or Boba Tea. It's time we parted ways. Let's give you an escort down to Coldwind. That was some adventure, but our journey into the unknown is over. Will we see each other again? For the now. When the sky spit out some new mystery, you can bet that I'm counting to find you. After all, there ain't nobody else who handles the unexpected quite like as you do. High adventure and the heady rush of danger, surely in this life there is no greater reward. We're gonna see each other again. We did it. We did it. It is done. Let's freaking go. Whoa. Oh, it's nice though. That was nice though.
Devo501 asked me, can you give us a TLDR on the Void Ark Alliance raid story for Mizuz? Mizuz Doro. Listen up, Devo501, you sexy bitch. Mizuz is basically chasing some spooky void trash through the sky because Diabolos and his crew decided to throw a hellish party. It is a long, steaming pile of lore that nobody asked for. But you better appreciate it. Want some of my hot poop? It is much better than that boring void story. More poop? Would you fuck a rabbit instead of worrying about this?
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I mean, to be honest, the Warring Triad was the worst so far. I gotta say, the Warring Triad was the actual worst so far. Stop farting. But like, this was okay. I didn't enjoy like those like 3 massive alliance raids because it took like quite a while. But other than that, the story was fine.
To Avipa44 asked
I think it was fine.
Should Kiark get food? Yes, Kiark should absolutely get food. A hungry gamer is just a mildly feral liability. Tell them to grab something before they start playing like a cursed elevator fart of bad decisions. Panda Express or Boba both sound like a win.
I mean, yeah, like from the alliance raid that we did, right? I mean, I only did Crystal Tower was really good. Like Crystal Tower was really good. I really much enjoyed Crystal Tower. That was some good stuff. I wouldn't call it good either. It's not bad, right? It's not bad, but also not that good. Yeah, to be honest, it's weird, right? A Realm Reborn has probably the worst story, but it probably has the best side content so far. With Bahamut and Crystal Tower, this shit was so good. Even the Hildebrand stuff was so much fun. This like compared to this, what Heavensward is doing with Hildebrand, this one is like it's so good. It's funny enough because like the story in itself is not that great, but the side stuff is really good. I don't think it can get topped that easily. Stormblood is the opposite. To be honest, like I don't like Stormblood in general, so I will see how that goes.